today, 426-1229.
All right, 19 minutes after 8 o'clock, Lee Schwartz is in the studio. Live streaming is up and running, and there he is on the screen right there. Right.
Yay!
Robin, you and I are involved once again this year in the Kiss the Horse thing, and the whole idea there is to raise money for the Marion County Literacy Council to teach adults how to read. I can't imagine not knowing how to read, and yet we empathize and understand exactly what might have happened to all the various people who have different reasons as to why they can't read. And none of those people can benefit from this wonderful resource we have called the library.
That's right.
The library system. Lee Schwartz represents that library system and is the face of the library in my mind. He's always the guy who comes forward and lets us know about different events. Recently got promoted, though. You're now in Bellevue, right?
Yeah, I'm the supervisor of the Bellevue Library now, so
Yeah.
I'm down there.
When I was a kid, you wouldn't consider that a promotion to be sent to Bellevue.
You're right.
It's a New York joke.
You're crazy talking.
But anyway, you've got an event called C.R.E.A.T.E. This is the third year you've done
This
this?
is our fourth year.
Fourth year?
Yeah, that we've done
wow.
it. And it's a huge event. This is, and the reason I'm here today is not until November 10th. But the deadline for entry is October 22nd, so it's coming up pretty
2 days.
quick. Yeah.
Okay, you got to get it done.
Yeah.
So, and what kind of? How do you? First of all, C.R.E.A.T.E. is what? Explain what it is.
Yeah, it stands for Colossal Reading Entertaining Artsy Teen Event, and it really has grown out of just a little nugget of an idea into something amazingly huge. It's really a number of events in one. It's a writer's workshop, a filmmaker festival, a fine arts show, an edible book festival, and a talent competition, all in one crazy day at the library. And it's grown every year. We kind of want to make it an experience for everyone who enters. So we have teens 13 to 18 that are eligible to enter. And I know you may have some listening, but you may have people listening that know teens.
Right.
And that's what we want to do is promote them to get their entries in, because it's really a big experience. It starts the night before at the Appleton Museum.
Right.
Everyone who enters can bring their family. We have the museum to ourselves. So all the entries, all the participants and their families, and the judges get to mingle and be in an amazing place of art. So that's how it starts. But the day of the library, we have all those different things going on. We have a writers' conference where we bring in a guest speaker that's open to the public to listen to, but also the kids get to hear. This year it's Shelley Fraser-Mickle. I hope I said all that right. She's coming down. She's going to talk to everyone, and then the kids who've already submitted their writings ahead of time or by the deadline, they get it read by all these different professional writers that we have from the area that come in.
Oh wow!
They critique.
Oh, nice.
They critique everything. They break into small groups and they really work on their writing to become better writers. And they learn from these professionals really what writing can do for them throughout their lives, and all these different things that you can't really quantify with an entry or whatever, So there is a competition involved where the best writings are chosen for different places, so these kids can win money, because that's exciting to kids to have 200, 150.
Of course, yeah.
But really, the idea is to just keep them excited about their writing and realize that it's of value. And so that's one element. Now, we do that with other things, too. I for 3 years, was the person in charge of the Filmmaker Festival, where kids submit these amazing movies. I don't know, you've seen some of them because you judged Fame.
Yeah.
But this county is loaded with talent.
Well, let me ask you this. You said 2 days is the deadline. Is it the deadline for the actual thing you're submitting?
Right. So,
so an edible book, I mean, that must take days to make.
That's a little different.
It's different, okay.
Yeah, the Edible Book Festival, we started last year, and it's really amazing. We had, I think, 9 or 10 entries last year, because we didn't really advertise as a full-on event for the public to see. We just did it the night before at the Appleton last year. But this year, we're doing it the day of C.R.E.A.T.E, and that way the public gets to see what's created.
So if somebody wanted to enter, how many categories are there? 5?
5, yeah.
5 categories, okay. So edible book is one of them.
Yes.
So 2 days from now, what do the edible book competitors need to do?
They enter, and I don't have the form in front of me, but they enter like their idea for what they're going to do.
Okay.
Now, I'm just going to top of my head. Last year, one of the winners was, they did a take on a book called Lord of the Flies. They did Lord of the Pies.
Okay.
Right, you kind of see where it goes with that. They take a lot of liberties when they're deciding what to do. Like I remember saw one online that was like who's eating Gilbert grape, and they created a Gilbert grape out of Cocoa Krispies and a grape being eaten, and so they can interpret the title of the book.
Gotcha.
Wow.
They can also recreate the cover of a book, which some people do out of food. I mean, it's amazing what these kids come up with. And if you just Google edible books,
Okay.
Online, you'll see some amazing examples of that.
Robin gave me all these notes, and I didn't realize I had them.
So the adventure of gummy bears, they could have like those gummy bears, you know, and have a page from the story and things.
Yeah, I mean, and honestly, you start
awesome.
looking at book covers different ways when you start thinking about how I can interpret this through food.
Right.
And we had some of the students from MTI last year come in and really do a great job too. So I hope we have some entries in that it'll be really exciting to see.
And Monday is the deadline then.
Yes.
What was that book that was controversial a few years ago and that had a sexual theme?
I don't read those kind of books.
I mean, that had a food thing, wasn't it? Wasn't that?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
Rated G.
So in 2 days is the deadline.
Right.
So let's say
Monday. October 22nd, right?
Yeah,
22nd.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't know what I'm thinking is.
I think you think it's Saturday right now.
I guess I am. Okay, so Monday's the deadline. Monday's the deadline.
Yes.
So if I was interested in the video part, let's say.
Yes.
And I was between 13 and
18.
18. So
yes.
I need to get you the video by Monday?
Right. Well, and the good thing about the technology now, it's easy to deliver that. But if you had you had a question where you couldn't get it to me by that time or get it to the library by that time, I would call and ask and tell them, I'm working on this, I haven't quite got it edited or whatever, and maybe we could hold the spot. But to guarantee that you're in the program, you have to get in by that because we go to press or the printer with those different things. Now, a lot of kids already are working on videos because they work for them for fame or they have them left over from last year. Well, if you haven't entered it in our competition, then you can enter it now. And so it's a great way to get the video shown to an audience and the general public who wouldn't get to see it normally. Like we see those videos because we both judge during fame.
Right.
But a lot of the people don't get to see those. And so now they can show it in front of 100 or 200 people that normally wouldn't get to see the video.
It is cool, yeah.
The atmosphere, that is great. And we also bring in speakers, starting last year, for filmmakers. Last year we brought in Isaac Brown, who's a documentary filmmaker. This year we're bringing in Heather Berkey, who she won an Academy Award, a Student Academy Award. But you still go to California, you still get the red carpet. Cuba Gooding Jr. handed it to her, so it's a real Academy Award. She's coming, and she has an amazing story. I mean, 3 or 4 years ago, whenever she got into filmmaking, she had just had her third child and was sitting at home watching Oprah, deciding what to do with her life, and she got inspired to become a filmmaker. Never had done it before.
Oh, wow.
Went to school, and now she made this amazing film. It's about Cuban Americans, and she's also went on to now make music videos and commercials and all kinds of things. And so she's going to come and talk about her experience and how she made this journey, and hopefully inspire people that way. So you get to meet her, get to do that, and then you get to see all these other films by your peers. And what's great is Marion County is so large that a lot of times you don't get a place for kids to cross-pollinate like this, I mean, you get to meet a filmmaker from Dunellen if you're from Bellevue that you normally would never get to meet.
That's right.
And so we've seen those relationships grow over the years, and we've had workshops based on this. It's really amazing. It's a great thing.
So run through the categories again real quick.
Sure. We have the Edible Book Festival.
Books, okay.
Yeah, we have a fine art show, which is a juried art show. The Appleton helps us with that, too. It's all throughout the library. I mean, art everywhere. It's really great. We have the Writers' Conference. We have the Filmmaker Festival, which I told you about. And then out in the parking lot, we have a talent show. We have a huge stage set up with lights and an MC and
So you get the young bands to play? For
Yes.
how long do they play for?
Well, I don't know the exact. I can't remember. It's not that. It's
half hours?
No, like I don't know, 5-10 minutes, something like that.
Oh, okay.
It's like a song or two, but it's not just bands. It's dancers. It's comedians.
Oh,
it's,
okay.
It's everything. It's apples
Like if
to
you have
oranges.
jugglers and things like that.
It's just like the Gong Show, but with all quality.
Nice.
No, it's really.
And where is that? Where is that going to happen?
It's in our parking lot.
In the parking lot, okay.
And you should see this thing. It's like Woodstock. I mean, it's amazing, the setup we have in there. Without the mud.
Yeah, but and everybody's dressed, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I don't want to get the wrong picture there.
Is there a fee for the students who participate when they submit their entries? Is it all free?
We have amazing support, not only from the Appleton, but the Friends of the Ocala Public Library provide all this. We We have cash prizes for everyone. They just have to enter is all. I mean, and the kids not only entering do they get these experiences, they walk away with things. Always a book. Last year was a movie, and like a whole bag full of swag. We try to put together
a bag full of swag.
That's right.
I love that.
Robin, where's my dictionary?
Yes, yeah. I mean, so I don't know. Even if you may not win something, you're still walking away with this great, amazing day. So that's what we're hoping to do.
And contacts.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
If I have my bag of swag on my passenger seat in my car,
Yes.
and I get pulled over,
Yeah.
and the officer says, "What's in the bag?" I say, "Just swag."
Yes.
Get out of the car.
Yes. Yes.
The heck is swag? All right, so what do we need to do? Robin is the queen of Facebook. She will make sure that this gets promoted on Facebook all the time.
All right.
We will, of course, make sure it gets mentioned on the air all the time as well.
What's Facebook?
Oh, something Robin knows. Robin knows all about it. I don't know. And but if somebody listening right now, they're ready with a pencil, they want to write a number or a website down, what do they do? Where do they go?
Right. The best way to get this information is just call the library, which is the main number 671-8551, and that's the Ocala headquarters library, because that's where the event's being held. That's the best way. Otherwise, you can always go online. There's applications at the library website, which is library.marioncountyfl.org.
Okay.
And there, on the front of the page there, you'll see a little thing that says "Create." You click on that, and you see all the rules for entry and all the applications.
All right, we'll continue to promote it. Lee, thank you for coming in. I know it was a last-minute thing that you did, so thank you for doing that.
Well, thanks for having me.
And we've got to run. Mike Huckabee is coming up, and then we'll open up the lines for debate. Thank you, Lee.
This is the Huckabee Report for Wednesday. I'm Mike Huckabee. The second of the 3 presidential debates was held last night, and this time Obama decided to show up and stay awake. Details next.